right, welcome to Day 3 of Dog Days of Advent Trivia 2025. This is Paul Mackey, and yesterday I asked a series of questions about advertising celebrities. We'll see if you can name all the stars. Well, that's the ceiling, and it's also day. All right, number 1. Seen hurtling through airports after his football career in ads beginning in the late 70s, which athlete endorsed Hertz rental cars before embarking on his acting career? And Hertz does currently offer Ford Broncos for rent. That would be O.J. Simpson. So that was between his sports career and his acting career, and I'm not going to go into his career after acting. It got a little dark there. Number 2, speaking of football, there was a made-for-TV movie, The Steeler and the Pittsburgh Kid, with Henry Thomas and Mean Joe Green, loosely based on a '79 television commercial called Hey Kid Catch for Coca-Cola. Henry Thomas replaced commercial actor Tommy Oken in that NBC movie a year prior to starring in E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And number 3, Orson Welles, star filmmaker, trading on his celebrity and sonorous voice, on television endorsing a vintner who would sell no wine before its time. Which mass production wine is that? Paul Masson. The brand was absorbed and resold several times and is no longer active. The wine had not been produced at Paul Masson's original mountain winery since 1952, and the winery itself had been converted to a concert venue in 1958. And finally, that Oidoa. Here it is backwards once more. And the clues were Spot from '69, and the man made his product famous, or his product made him famous. The number 11 is important. This was this clip.
One more thing, folks. It's the only way that you're going to get chicken that is finger-licking good, and I'd be mighty proud to have you try Colonel Sanders' Kentucky Fried Chicken. Mighty proud. Excuse me a moment, will you please? Hey, look at there. Didn't I tell you it was finger-licking good?
And, of course, that is Colonel Harlan Sanders for Kentucky Fried Chicken, now known as KFC. Harlan Sanders famously began serving fried chicken and other foods alongside his Shell Oil gas station, eventually franchising his cooking method and blend of 11 herbs and spices for the first time in 1952. So that total top perfect score is 12 at this point, and I'm hoping you're finding these easier than last year. Today is called, Baby, You Can Drive My Car. No, really, drive my car, please. The auto industry has a long history of advertising, so let's see if you can answer questions about cars, slogans, pitchmen, and wrap up with another jingle. Question 1. A car company began advertising in 1959 with the slogan, Think Small. In 1990, they introduced the slightly longer Farvergnügen. Which manufacturer is that? And question 2. Beginning in the late 70s, a car company used the slogan, What a Feeling, which had nothing to do with Flashdance or Irene Cara. What company is that? And number 3, in the mid-'80s, a car company hired actor David Leisure to perform a TV pitchman character whose shtick was over-the-top lies about the vehicles. The character's last name was the name of the car company. Coincidentally, there was an internationally well-known Canadian nature broadcaster and environmentalist whose last name was also the name of a car company. So which one is which? David Suzuki and Joe Isuzu. And finally, that Oidoa for today. Here is a jingle tag. And let's get that one more time, real quick. So the usual drill, 2 points if you can name it based on just that sound. It is a car company. And here's the clues that will reduce you to 1 point. The original spot was a full advertising song that touted how wonderful this long-standing brand's cars were, and later the jingle part was used separately. Critics of the brand suggested that the real message was, yeah, we know our cars were pretty bad there for a while, but hey, you should see us now. Well, let's hope that you got some good points out of today, and I'll just say happy hunting. You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org.
I'm Colonel Harold Sanders, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hey, you two coming?
You go ahead, honey. I want to talk to these folks a little bit longer. And now, I said Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's only one way to cook Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's my way. We always use plump, young broilers, always fresh, never frozen chicken. It's cut in pieces, and each piece is dipped in milk and egg wash, then into seasoned flour, in which we have the 11 different spices and herbs for flavor. One more thing, folks. It's the only way that you're going to get chicken that is finger-licking good. And I'd be mighty proud to have you try Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. Mighty proud. Excuse me a moment, will you please? Hey, look at there. Didn't I tell you it was finger-licking good?
Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you want Kentucky Fried Chicken, you have to visit me.